Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Sportswise Veteran. Well, it's funny how the work week goes. It's Tuesday, it's beautiful outside, it's not windy. A couple clouds here and there, but isn't that funny? Because I got to work today, and on the weekend it was rainy and windy. Kind of fun how things work out that way. So when I do research for deciding what day I'm going to do this on, I look at this website called onthisday.com. And I look back at the sports events, and if something catches my eye, that's the day I'm going to do. So I chose today. We're going to start off quick and easy. Some great info on here to me. Hopefully it is to you as well. On this day in 1937, Joe DiMaggio takes Ty Cobb's advice and replaces his 40-ounce bat with a 36-ounce. Now, 4 ounces difference in a bat is a world of difference. Quicker bat swing, and obviously Joe DiMaggio did a lot of big things with the Yankees, and went on that 56-game hitting streak. 1972, the LA Lakers break the NBA wins record by winning 69 of 82 games. The record stood for 24 years until the Chicago Bulls beat it. 1973, the 35th NCAA men's basketball tournament, UCLA beat Memphis 81-76, the Bruins' 7th straight title. Future Hall of Fame center Bill Walton won the tournament most outstanding player for the second consecutive year. In 1992, I don't know how to feel. I'm not happy about this, but I'm glad he got punishment and he served his time. Mike Tyson was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the rape of Desiree Washington. And in 2001 PGA Championship at the Players Championship at Sawgrass, Tiger Woods wins his first of his 2 Players' Championships, 1 stroke ahead of runner-up Vijay Singh of Fiji. And if you remember, well, not a lot of people watch golf, but Tiger brought golf onto the mainstream for everybody. We all became fans of Tiger because it's just the flair he brought to golf. Let's talk about birthdays. In 1932, Dick Nolan, American NFL football coach for the 49ers and Saints, was born in Pittsburgh, PA. His son Witten coached for the 49ers as well, Mike Nolan. 1960, Marcus Allen was born, Hall of Fame running back. 1962, American basketball player, point guard, the king of the shorty shorts, John Stockton was born in Spokane, Washington. An NFL linebacker for Denver and for Buffalo, Von Miller was born in 1989. Got one I don't want to say major passing, but one passing that caught my eye. Passed away today in 1999 was the father of Cal Ripken Jr., Cal Ripken Sr., American baseball manager for the Orioles from 87-88, and he won World Series in 1989. He passed away of lung cancer at the age of 63. Sucks. So what caught my eye today was something that I love the NBA, but it's not the same. The NBA has not been the same since the 90s. So what I wanted to focus on, something that caught my eye that seemed fun, I just watched a documentary on it, was the rivalry. And we don't have rivalries today, but the rivalry started today in 1979 at the 41st NCAA men's basketball tournament. Michigan State beat Indiana State 75-64. It started the rivalry between the Hall of Famers Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. It was the highest rated game in history of televised college basketball. Excuse me. There in the 80s, there was one major rivalry in the NBA. It was between the star team from LA, the Showtime Lakers, and the hard-working gang from Beantown, the Boston Celtics. These two dynasties were led by Magic Johnson of the Lakers and Larry Bird of the Celtics. The debate has always been who's been better, Larry or Magic. With Magic and Larry just changed the game. Everybody was different. Magic always had those behind-the-back passes. Larry led it. He won the three-point contest just throwing one finger up in the air. There's a story that he came in that locker room wearing just his warm-up jacket, said, "Hey, who's coming in second?" But doing a little research here and there, I decided to go back and find a few things that you can compare and contrast the two players. So let's talk about Team Magic. Give me one second. There we go. All right, Team Magic. Magic's style of play is incomparable. There is nobody at 6'9" as a point guard that was as flashy, as fun to watch, everything. There are few basketball players who are memorable as Magic. Magic was one-of-a-kind basketball genius, 6'9" point guard with amazing offensive capabilities. He was well known for his absolute control of the ball, his brilliant passes, and especially his trademark no-look passes. I mean, you look at the highlights of the 80s Lakers, they're running, gunning, passing. Pat Riley set up that squad really well. His flashy street ball style of play was artistic and inspirational. Even today, he's considered one of the most gifted players in the history of the game. Magic put the Showtime in the Showtime Lakers of the 80s. They're the most fascinating franchise and mystical teams, mostly due to Magic Johnson. They had a whole squad on there, but Magic is one that put them together and carried them a lot of the times. He filled in at 6'9" as a center for one of the NBA Finals games and won it with the patented Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhooks to win the game. Magic's playoff stats are better. Magic's regular season stats are fantastic, but don't differ significantly from Larry's. Per game, Bird scored 24.3, picked 10 boards, and delivered 6.3 assists. In comparison, Magic's stats are 19.5 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, and 11.2 dimes, respectively. However, Magic's playoff stats are better. During the playoffs, while Bird scored half a point less per game, Magic delivered one more assist and picked up a half more rebound per game, meaning Magic always performed better in the playoffs when the money was on line, as proven during the rookie year, proven in Game 6 of his rookie year. This is why he has 2 more championships more than Bird. Magic changed the game. Bird may have been an amazing small forward, but he was rather a controversial one, or conventional one, excuse me. Magic, on the other hand, revolutionized the point guard position and the game itself. Back in the days, this was clear. If you're a tall player, you're playing forward, you're playing power, you're playing small forward. Magic said, no, I'm point guard. I sound like I was stuttering. Magic changed that. He was a tall, all-around point guard who handled the ball with great talent, passed it perfectly, and took it to the rim and rebounded. He paved the way for today's all-around players like Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Magic marked the transformation of the game from a solid half-court game to the one played on a full court, on the run. I mean, he changed it. They were a run and gun. When they got the ball in the backcourt, they were running, passing, teamwork. So they were flashy. They were great. Next, we got Larry Joe Bird. Larry Bird had less to work with. The Lakers were a team put together that were ready to go. Larry, he had to work with what he had. Larry played with a group of guys whose collective talent was nowhere near the talent of Magic's teammates. Magic played with Kareem, arguably the greatest center the league had ever seen. They also had James Worthy. Let's go. James Worthy is one of the 50 greatest players. Bird himself is what made the Celtics great. The Celtics shot from 29 wins to 60 wins in the regular season during his rookie year. His spirit and mentality positively affected the entire team. This is not to say that teammates were bad, but Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Cedric Maxwell, to mention a few, were not as talented as the Lakers players at that time. Bird had less to work with, and without him, the Celtics probably would have been a mediocre team. Bird was a more complete player than Magic. Stats prove that both were complete players, meaning both did well in aspects of the game, such as rebounding, scoring, and assist, each in his own way. For instance, Magic had fewer points and rebounds on average, Bird with fewer assists. The only aspect in the game which was truly different was defense. Bird was ruthless playing defense. One of the biggest trash talkers they said in the game in the 80s and 90s was Larry Bird. Quiet guy when he was walking around in front of the media, but on the court, they said he was ruthless. He was the biggest trash talker. Larry Bird was chosen 3 times for NBA's All-Defense, and he was the Defensive Player of the Year one year. Though things are not all stats, hustle. I've never seen a player. I've watched a lot of highlights. I loved watching Larry Bird. That guy would just lay out for a ball, slide across the court just to get a ball. It was all about team, and especially back in the 80s and 90s. It was all about team basketball. Bird is one of the greatest hustle players to ever play the game. He's an inspirational hustle player whose smarts and immeasurable intangibles augmented his fantastic tangibles. Although Magic and Bird stats slightly differ. Stats slightly differ. Bird's hustle always puts him on top. So there's the pros and cons of each other. Who's better? Who's this? Who's that? I mean, you watched them play. It was amazing. It was a fun rivalry to watch. You don't have that in today's basketball. You don't have these guys that are playing right now grew up together. They didn't. Bird and Magic didn't meet each other until the '79 NCAA finals. They weren't friends. They didn't go to AAU games. They didn't play high school ball together. They were true rivals, and we don't have that nowadays. And I think that's what makes today's game a little bit. I don't know how to put it. It's not fun to watch. So let's talk about some of the accolades of both players. And this took me 2 pages to write because there are so many accolades for each player. We're going to just do it this way. So we're going to start with Magic. Earvin Magic Johnson is a 5-time NBA champion, 3-time Finals MVP, 3-time NBA MVP, 12-time All-Star, 12-time All-Star Game MVP, 9-time All-NBA First Team, 1-time All-NBA Second Team, NBA All-Rookie Team, 4-time Assist Leader, 4 times NBA Steals Leader, NBA Lifetime Achievement Award, and he was on the NBA Anniversary Team both for the 50th and the 75th. The Lakers retired the number 32. He was an NCAA champion in 1979. The Finals Outstanding Player in 1979. Consensus First Team All-American, Second Team All-American, Third Team All-American, 2-time First Team All-Big Ten. The Michigan State Spartans retired to the number 33. He was the first team Parade All-American, McDonald's All-American, and Mr. Basketball of Michigan in 1977. Wow. Besides being a Hall of Famer and a gold medalist. Forgot those. Those weren't. I didn't write those on there, but he is a gold medalist with the 92 Dream Team, which I'm going to do a little story on here in the next few weeks since it is an Olympic year. So let's talk about Larry Bird. Larry Bird as a player. 3-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 3-time NBA MVP, 12-time All-Star, 1-time All-Star Game MVP, 9-time All-NBA First Team, All-NBA Second Team, 3-time NBA All-Defensive Second Team, NBA Rookie of the Year in '80, NBA All-Rookie Team, 3-time three-point contest champion, 2-time 50-40-90 club member in '87 and '88, AP Athlete of the Year, NBA Lifetime Achievement Award, NBA Anniversary Team of the 50th and 75th anniversary. Celtics retired the number 33. NBA Collegiate Player of the Year, 2-time Consensus First Team All-American, 3rd Team All-American, 2-time MVC Player of the Year. The Indiana State Sycamores retired his number 33. And as a coach, he was the Coach of the Year in 1998, NBA All-Star Game head coach in '98. And as an executive, he was the Executive of the Year in 2012. With all these accolades and all these stats and whatnot, we look at the longevity of players right now. LeBron's been playing 20 plus years already, dropping 40,000 points. These players did this in 13 years. They only played 13 years in the league. So the longevity, everything's changed. People are taking care of their bodies more, but they fought more, literally and figuratively. They put their bodies on the line. Basketball was just more fun to watch in the 80s and 90s. Granted, it's not 4K high def, but it was still more fun to watch. So I hope if you get bored, take a look at the rivalry on YouTube with these guys. It was fun to watch. Every once in a while I fall down the rabbit hole and just watch highlights back in the day. Or watch Larry Bird when he just said, hey, I'm going to score everything with my left hand for this game. I'm going to save my right for this other team and drop 40 plus. It's a fun game to watch, especially in the 80s and 90s. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday. We're almost at the end of the week. We've got, Easter coming up this weekend. We've got more NBA going on. The NCAA tournament's going on. So let's have a great week. Everybody be safe, be strong, and have a great, great day. Talk to you guys later. Bye.